Hello everybody, we're back with Genshin. Since I very much can't really do much else at the moment.
What? I know you. You were the ones we...
Huh. You've got guts showing up here.
You'd better leave now. Ain't nobody coming here to save you.
What'd you say? Yeah, so what if they were? If you push us, we can make those rumors
Hey, what's the point of all those rumors?
I don't have to tell you anything. If you turn around...
Yeah, scram. Nothing worth seeing here. Huh? What did you say?
Isn't that exactly what Boss said when he left?
Hey, do you know our boss? Whoa. We had no idea our boss was such a big deal. He always kept his identity a secret. So, did he have you come here to find us?
Oh, so you're Child's crew here? Seems like he had no problem fitting in.
We're the only ones who heard him say those words when he left that night. So, unless he somehow told you those exact same words after that... All right.
Wow, those dreams of yours sure...
We gave him the business for a while, and would always give him a hard time when he first came to the fortress of Maripede. But here in the fortress, the strong will always earn respect. He was working the longest hours and racking up wins in the Pancration Ring. You could always see how amazing he was, even when he was teaching us a lesson. So eventually, we all decided to follow him.
But one day, he suddenly told us that he had to find a way to escape this place, no matter the cost. He said it was because he heard that call again. And as his crew, if the boss wants something, then it's our job to get it done. So, we got to work, and used the hidden rules that were here to make up and spread the rumor about the cannibal rule. We just wanted to give him a better chance of escaping on a night after the pipes had been cleaned.
Oh, thanks to your rumor, nobody would want to come anywhere near here, prisoner or guard. Wow, it sure is easy to exploit people's fear of the unknown. But hasn't Child already escaped? Why are you all still coming here after pipe cleaning day?
Because as far as we know, the pipe he went into isn't actually an exit. It should be a dead end. It leads to an abandoned factory area, and even if there were a way to escape from there into the sea, we're still way too deep. No one could ever reach the surface alive. But Boss still insisted on going in. It's like he was obsessed about it. So we told him that we'd pretend as if he never existed while he was gone. And that if he wanted to come back, he should wait for nighttime on a pipe cleaning day. That way, we could meet him here and help cover the whole thing up.
So you come and wait here through the night a few times a month just because of that promise?
Yeah, but it's been so long now. We already know in our hearts that he must have managed to escape somehow.
Is it also possible that something unfortunate?
Nothing could ever defeat Boss or slow him down.
Okay. Paimon was just brainstorming possibilities.
All right. Keep quiet and follow us.
The way up from here has been sealed off. It's impossible to get through. Boss left by going down from here. It wasn't full of water at the time. Later, we came back hoping to have a look. That's when we found out it had been completely... It's impossible to navigate unless...
Do you think Child got trapped?
Not likely. We all know that Boss was an incredible swimmer.
Really? Then have him come investigate.
It's getting late. We should leave before...
Yeah, we learned a lot about what happened to...
So it seems we're gonna have to go work with the House of the Hearth group.
Scatter!
Get some rest, but now we know the possibility of China's
We
fate.
finally learned some key information. seems all of our investigative work has finally started to pay off. When you said you knew a diver, you were talking about Fremine, right? If we ask Linny, why is Child like this? What was he doing going into the pipes? Not making. Fortunately, though, it seems like it's only a matter of time now now that we can finally relax. I'm starting to feel super sleepy.
Oh, I really hope you're okay, child. But wait, his
It's
vision isn't
morning
going out.
already? Oh, Paimon still needs more sleep. Huh? Wait, look over there. It's one of Linny's cards. Let Paimon see what's written up. Maybe you haven't heard, but today is the monthly free day. Everyone, it's been a while since we last talked. Have you been making any progress? Ooh, today's our lucky day. We have the day up. From the sound of it, Linny's been making progress with his We still have some time before we meet up.
Okay. We're going to need a hurry. Let's try below. That's me actually dying right
There are
there.
people talking over there. Let's.
Bless you, buddy.
If you ask me, those pompous parasites on the surface act like they're all a bunch of aristocrats. Do any of them give half a hoot about a bunch of dogs like us?
Hey, speak
Buddy
for yourself,
boy.
mate.
Yeah,
I'm no
this
dog.
isn't
Oh,
You might hear
think
some
you're special
sneezes
or
over
something?
here.
If you're here, then you're just a convict like the rest of us. I've heard that even if you're released after serving your sentence, going back to life on the surface ain't any better. Once a criminal, always a criminal. We're marked for life.
I don't buy that.
He's rubbing his nose trying to get the
How cool would
whatever
it
the
be
heck
if the
he's
whole
got.
world was destroyed by a giant flood and everyone had to start over from nothing?
What kind of filthy bilgewater are you spewing? I have family up there. You best shut your sewer hole with talk like that. Listen, things ain't so great on the surface, but who says that you have to leave? I've heard that you can still stay here and work even after you've served your sentence. Not bad if you ask me. Who wants to live in the ruddy overworld anyway?
And what makes you think they want to hire someone like you? It's one of the great mysteries of the universe, how someone as useless as you is so confident.
Whoa. Sounds like they're really unhappy about the overworld. Speaking of which, Paimon never heard anyone use the words overworld or underworld when we were living up there. Is it only something the inmates down here say? That's true.
Okay, real quick.
Hold the line.
Also, don't mind the fact that my ping is horrible at the moment. I am uploading the day's log video. And so it's taking a bit.
Rest and rebuild.
Let's go and check this real quick. Guide. Ooh. Honestly, I probably should have waited. Oh well. And I'm fully healed. Not the receptionist.
There's a group of people over there.
So I said, that's not a faucet. Hey, who are...
Oh, sorry for eavesdropping. Sounds like...
What's the matter?
Hey, don't pretend like it's okay for them to just interrupt us like that. Yeah, fine.
You hear that, Quisto?
Your expressions tell me you're looking to hear some juicy info, am I right?
Really? Are we that?
You're kidding. How often does anyone get a personal tour led by His Grace himself? Practically...
A little mistake, huh? I like the way you put it. You see, people with a good attitude can join our group anytime.
Your group?
I'm Quisto, and this is Lavaroon. People usually call us the Bombshell Bros, but don't worry. We're not playing with bombs or anything. It's just that our information is all...
So, you two really like to gossip?
No. You don't get it. Knowing intelligence will make things better for you here. For example, knowing who's working with whom, who has the latest rumors, who's not getting along. Wouldn't you like to know all that? Whoa, all this info's worth something, you know?
I don't mind him. Quisto's always this way. Just play nice and say something to massage his ego. The welfare meals. Talk about the welfare meals.
Right. That meal we had yesterday was super delicious. Paimon can still taste it whenever she closes her eyes.
Is that so? To tell you the truth, I've been helping out with making those welfare meals. I've been working as a kitchen assistant for about a month and a half now.
Oh, so you're the one who made those delicious steaks. Amazing. You could be a professional chef.
You are correct. I am a true professional. In fact, I even went to culinary school. But enough about that. Since you like my cooking, I guess that means we share similar tastes. Listen carefully. This little bombshell will help you learn what's really going on here in the fortress. Listen, kids. The power structure within the fortress is quite complicated. The overworlders couldn't care less about us down here. We're basically dogs to them. You've already met the one person here you should never cross, the Duke, Risley. He knows more than you think. And if he doesn't care about something, then he often doesn't bother dealing with it.
Those who have the Duke's attention get all kinds of special perks. Even better treatment in the infirmary.
I know who you mean. It's that Jurier character, right? I don't think there's anything useful about him at all. Why does he visit the infirmary practically every day? Is it normal for anyone to be going in and out of there so often? If you ask me, he's just faking it to get out of work.
But did you know that Jurier was a talented researcher from the Fontaine Research Institute before he came here? There's no denying that.
I don't care if he was a researcher that could turn dirt into Mora. Once you're in the fortress of Meripede, you're just another inmate like everybody else. Speaking of which, the last time I saw him, he was passing by in the corridor with Lorvine. I also heard they started arguing in the library and got into a fight, right?
You mean he hit a woman?
Wow. But that Lorvine's also quite the odd one, you know? She's always gabbing away, got into a fight with a man, and she also got sent to the infirmary.
Wait a second. You know,
Do you think could it be that they're secretly meeting there to go on date?
after all, I do remember seeing Lorvine beat Jurier to a...
So they just gave us a bunch of juicy info. It's things you learn. Gossip talks. Gossip can get you some juicy info. I think I need to go the other way.
Hey, you over there? Yeah, you. Say, do you like playing card games? You know, like Genius Invocation TCG?
You TCG players are like mint in the wild.
Hey, come on now. What's wrong with finding fellow Invocation aficionados? Anyway, care to... all right. No.
But why would you be looking for people to play Genius Invocation in a place like...
Whether you're throwing down cards or throwing punches, it's all There are lots of card players here in the fortress. When I saw you, I immediately thought, hey, even outsiders... Sure.
Great! Since you've been here longer than us, you need to flex your seniority a little bit, right?
I thought you would have already heard everything by now. All right, then.
Why don't you pick? We'll let you know if we've heard it.
All right. Have you heard any strange rumors since then? Did you know that there are some people who are always gossiping over in the corner? Yeah, so you've already met those two. They're quite a pair. They always keep an eye out for the latest happenings and gossip about everything. I've never seen anyone with more time on their hands. I heard that they used to be a chef and a bartender before they were sent down here. You know how bartenders are, always chatting with customers. And chefs love to pass the time just hanging out when they're not cooking.
Good to know. Do you have anything else to tell him?
Let me think. Sounds like you... Oh! Did you know that the Duke was also a convict in the fortress of Meripede before?
Huh? Wait,
That's right. The Duke was an inmate just like you and me. Seems he was exiled here for committing some crime. Who knows how he ended up rising up to become the ward, to go from an ordinary inmate to becoming the manager of the whole place? I'm not gonna... A forbidden zone? Sounds like...
it's just a rumor we've been hearing, but no worries if you've never heard of it. Do you have any...
Anything else? Not that I can think of, but I'll be sure to tell you...
Okay,
Well-
we've talked to just about everyone, and it's about time for us to go meet Linny. According to the card he left us, we should go meet him in the production zone.
I bet if I use this... Nope. Is it? Nope. I used the wrong one. It's a matter of finding the super production zone one. Where does that lead? Oh, jeez. Teleports. Sheesh. Alright. But yeah, no, that riff is getting more and more of a melody. That riff is getting more and more of a melody every time I hear it. Let me just real quick check on my upload. 73%. It's getting there.
Huh? That look in your eyes. You found...
Hey, this is no time to be modest. Just tell him we found...
Oh, as expected. Huh. I'd have never guessed that myself. The rumors swirling about this... He is a harbinger, after all. I suppose he's much more resourceful than I initially... Unfortunately, this isn't enough for our final report to Father. Father told me that even though Master Child said he was just coming to Fontaine for a vacation, he actually had some personal reasons.
His escape route is already flooded, so we'll have to task someone with professional diving skills to chase after him.
Well, when you put it that way, it's obvious that only Fremine would be up to the task.
Bingo! Is he around?
He's working today. Coming here as a group would have attracted too much attention. I'll talk to him about it later. It's the least I can do. We're all in this together. Honestly, I'm far more impressed by you guys managing to collect all this information right under Risley's watchful eyes.
Collecting information has always been—
Now, let me think. To find out more information, Fremine will have to and if he's to do that, he'll have to set out on the next pipe cleaning day at the earliest. That's 6 days from now.
You can even estimate how long it'll take for him to get—
We've been working together for a long time. We know each other's capabilities like the backs of our hands. Traveler, what say you to meeting here 9 days from now? We'll be able to pick up Fremine while we're at it, too. Oh, and there's just one last thing we'd like your help. Though we can just sit back and wait for Fremine's report on Master Child's whereabouts, we still need to make more progress on the investigation of the Forbidden Zone. Fremine's no master of disguise. Lynette's still working on getting intel from the other areas, and I'll need to spend some time helping Fremine prepare for his diving mission. So, you are the only ones we can count.
What do you want us to do? Will it be—
Well, I won't call it easy per se, but I think— Listen carefully. You'll need to find an excuse to get into the infirmary and investigate the room and environs. You've mentioned several sketchy-looking people always meeting at the infirmary earlier, so it probably has something to do with the secret we're hoping to uncover. Investigate the internal structure of the infirmary and any active dealings within, and pass those on to me alongside anything else you're able— But also, there's no need to take risks. Don't forget, safety always comes first. No, when it comes to intelligence gathering, I'd never consider you to be an amateur. Didn't you say, I'll believe anything as long as it comes from you? So, please prove your prowess—
All right, then we'll head out as soon as we finish our prep.
Let's go our separate ways for now then. Don't forget, we meet here—
9 days.
Hey, stay here for now, Pun. There seem to be several people inside.
Right. I feel like we...
It's not impossible.
So... it's a bit hard to understand them from here, so... Oh... Someone! Please help! She's sick!
Whoa, are you okay?
Oh my! What's wrong, little one? There's no need to panic. Take a deep breath before you begin. The traveler started complaining of a stomachache, and then nausea, and then collapse. Freezing limbs, twitching fingers, and pale complexion. Let me take a look. Please, lie down over... Don't worry, I'll get you to the bed safely. Here, hold on to my shoulder and walk slowly. You can do it, traveler! Don't apologize. You're sick after all. Now, please relax. I'm just going to do a preliminary checkup on you. My checkup has confirmed that she's not in any mortal danger. Eh? Oh, I'll continue my diagnosis of the patient now. Please... Don't sense serious damage to your organs either. And here? Huh? But based on my initial check... what about here? Does this... Oh. I think you just ate something that disagreed with you. That's all. Nothing too serious. Outside of a pretty bad stomachache when it decides to act up. So that's what it is. And there have been other inmates complaining about the food recently. Congratulations! The health risk is incredibly low, so you should recover within... Miss Levine, I'll have to trouble you to help me look after this new patient while...
Very well.
And she hopped away, just like...
Hello.
Hello. So how are you feeling now?
Her stomach aches really bad. She was stumbling about the whole way here, so Paimon's really worried.
If Miss Sijuin says it's not a serious problem, then there's no need to worry. She's the best medic we've got down here.
But it also looks like she's the only medic you've got down here.
Well, that's true.
What do you mean, that's true? That's really misrepresenting the situation. Of course, though they may have committed crimes and gotten locked up here as a result, they still know a thing or two about medicine, and they help Miss Sishuin take care of the sick and injured.
Yeah, you're right. But did you have to lecture me about it in front of another patient? Aren't you a patient too? Where did all your energy come from?
That's correct.
Are you two also?
We've been sick a while. I come back every once in a while for checkups, and to pick up the medicines Miss Sijuin prescribes for us. That's just the nature of chronic illnesses. As for... you could say she fancies herself as Miss Sijuin's capable helper because she learned a bit of medical knowledge ages ago.
Please watch your mouth,
sense
Mr.
the
Jurier.
drama in
Don't
these
forget that
people's
you are the
words.
primary reason I have frequent heart palpitations.
Hey, don't start arguing now. Please, keep it civil at least. Hey! There's no need to fight! Everyone will be released someday, so there's no need.
But...
Release. It's way too early for us to even think about that.
Please allow me to end this boring and useless conversation. Oh, and Mr. Jurier, I don't want to see your face here again.
And same to you, Miss Lorvine. Anyway, that was more than enough rest for me, so I'm going to get out of this except...
He just slowly walked off like that?
That's just what he's like. I'm sorry you had to see all of that. I'm Lorvine, and that's... Well, his name is Jurier, but...
You really can't stand him, huh?
I mean, can you blame me? Look, who would like someone who's as arrogant and obsessed with weird research topics as he is? But there's no need to keep dwelling on him. I'll accompany you two for a while. Miss Sishuin should be back soon, and I'm sure you'll feel better as soon as you've had some of her medicine. No, it's not.
I'm back! Did you rest like you promised?
Thank you for getting our medicine, Miss Sishuin.
Did you all cooperate with your bed rest? I trust that nobody got up to walk around. Good. Here, this should be 2 days... Miss Levine, I left in a bit of a hurry just now. Do you still remember if we discussed the color of...
I remember.
Yellow, huh? I understand. These are yours. Please, make sure to go...
All right, then I'll also be on my way now. I hope you feel better soon, too.
See ya! I'm going to fill out your medical record now. You're widely known as the Traveler, right? I just want to double-check a few... Those two made quite the commotion just now, so why don't we let the Traveler rest? Paimon can... So her primary symptoms are abdominal pain. That's it. All right then. Is there anything we should know besides to take the med? No, her base constitution is quite good. So I'm sure she'll recover quite quickly after taking the medicine. Please, make sure to stick to bland or less stimulating foods. And don't... Got it. Paimon will hold the Traveler to that... Oh, you're going to take a nap already? Oh... We've been to lots of places together. together. She may look a bit under the weather. Oh, so you're the best of companions. Well, don't worry. She'll recover soon. Ah, you're awake. How do you feel? You slept for a really long time. Well, now you can go back without a worry in the world. Remember to take... Thank you, Miss Siegeween!
And what they... Honestly, I myself have had many stomach issues in the past. When it comes to... like stomach pain, best thing to do for it, rice, crackers, a bit of water, a lot of water. It really helps. Remarkable chest.
A reward on the road.
Alright. No, that's too high. That's a production zone. That one. And we learn the new things. You probably need a lot of ore to create stuff from Fontaine. Just... Okay. This isn't it. Let's find the elevator here. It goes down. Up. Yeah. I'm in the wrong area. Right over there's the elevator. I saw it. Dorms. Oh, my ping just restored, so that means that the daily log video is up. Yep. Just gonna close out that for right now. Although, I am very grateful for your guys' support on the videos. Friggin' Indie Cross Part 2 has hit 114 views. And it was only like in a few days of me posting the video? What in the... You guys really love your Indie Cross. Who knows? I might do more. where I might like post attempts of nightmare songs if I ever gain the strength to do that. Here's the infirmary. I'm just gonna... Right. It's not gonna have a triggerable reaction for right now. This is getting annoying. My dorm is literally on the other side of the wall as this, so... Is it annoying? Very much so. It's right over here. I'm still learning my way around, as it seems. Please, let us escape soon. I want to see things. Cause it's gotten a bit bland.
You really are something. To be able to fall asleep like that and even sleep talk the entire time? No, but you kept mumbling things along the lines of, Paimon talked with Sijuin the entire time you were asleep. She seems like she's just a sincere nurse, and Paimon didn't notice anything unusual. Whoa! You really are super thorough. All those tiny little suspicious things that Paimon didn't...
With Puries. Our traveler is getting more and more experienced by the day. I am going to go deal with my plate real quick.
Let's go meet up with Lenny!
Don't mind me, bud.
I'm hungry. Let's hunt.
Learn the safety rules by heart.
And I'm back. Let's do this. Alright. I am a really on-the-go mover. I honestly try to get up and move around quite a few times during the day. I honestly...
Hmm? Did you two run into any trouble over the past few days?
No, we just worked our shifts according to the schedule. Nothing weird happened.
That's good. That means you didn't raise any suspicions when you infiltrated the infirmary. We've taken a look at the slip you've sent. Fremine successfully left the grounds via the pipes 2 days ago, and as of last night, Lynette has also infiltrated the infirmary after faking an illness.
Wait, why is she getting involved as well?
You already went above and beyond when you scoped out the infirmary. To put it more bluntly, even if we were to view that as something you did in exchange for Fremine's help, you've already done more than enough. Infiltrating a guarded stronghold is a different kind of job from a one-off investigation. We want to avoid using the same faces over and over and reduce the amount of suspicion that will fall on any given person. Lynette also felt like you have already taken the first step for us, so she should be the one to finish the job.
So that's what Lynette thinks. Oh, Paimon hopes everything's going well for her.
Perhaps that's true. You are both very good people, and we've come to appreciate that more than anyone else. Unfortunately, there's still one thing that could get between us, lest you've forgotten. You've mentioned before that you've had some run-ins with the Fatui. I can understand that feeling.
Well, everyone could use some more friends. We'll be counting on you to help us in the future, too.
Mm-hmm. Since I see you as friends, then it's even more important for us to protect you from any peril. Glad to hear it. Then, let's go check on Lynette before Fremine returns. If everything went well, then she should be wrapping up.
Is now really a good time to go over?
According to my observations, Sigewinne always spends around half an hour away from the infirmary right before lunch. Lynette, also, I'm her brother, remember? It's only natural for an older brother to care about his younger sister's well-being.
Okay, then let's head over right away.
I actually have a duo of twins.
Kids these days, you just can't rely on them.
Okay, I will have to look. Okay, here we go.
Lynette should be here right now. Huh. Strange.
As expected, Sigewinne isn't here, but why isn't Lynette here?
No, Lynette rarely deviates from the plan. We agreed that if she were to make changes on the fly, she'd find a way to let me know. Unless...
Let's see if there are any clues around here. We can look while we wait for her.
Okay.
There's another one of the trio that comes to mind with this right now.
There are some books here and a few files. They all look like medical records. Advanced nursing, how to raise the spirit of your patients, a quick guide to the psychology of emotions, and the meaning of laughter. These sure are some interesting books. Who knew Sigewinne would be interested in these kinds of things? She even has books on understanding people's motivations and feelings. Is it because she's a Melusine? Or does she have a need to understand her patient's emotional state?
Seems quite normal to me. These are skills that would come in handy for a nurse from time to time.
Psychology! I know these things. I know a few things about psychology because I took a year's class myself. It honestly was kind of fun. And somebody who has... I mentally struggle sometimes when it comes to connecting with people. I really do. I envy those who can just be a sometimes normal person. Me, no, I'm
None of the beds have any
short,
signs of
weird
having
person.
been slept in. Except that...
That's the one Lynette must have used, right? You said
She would have said her migraine was having a particularly bad flare-up. Generally speaking, the head nurse would then ask her, which means either the head nurse didn't return the entire time from when Lynette laid down up until she left the bed.
Panics rising in Lenny. The one? This hatch.
Ah, this is it! We saw it before!
Wait, this thing? It doesn't look like it's been... The space behind it is empty. From its size, I don't think it's an entrance that is meant to be taken apart. There's probably a mechanism around here somewhere. Could Lynette have tried to get inside? But if that's the case, she would have contacted me for sure. Let's look around here for some more clues. Don't panic, just take another look.
Hey, you guys, there's a slip of paper over here.
A slip of paper?
It's right over here, and there's a bunch written on it too. It reads, out of respect for your usual practices, I'll use a piece of paper or card as the medium to pass on my message. You may consider this as me giving you my best regards.
This is...
Is that all? The back!
Show me! Now!
It's a picture.
That look on your face! Would you care to guess where Miss Lynette of the Fatui could be right now? No! Could she have... Is she already...
Wriothesley. Did he deliberately leave the infirmary unguarded to use it?
Wait, you mean he was aware of our goals from the very beginning? But why? We didn't...
Yes, that is a crucial question. Wriothesley, he doesn't do anything without a clear goal or reason. So this means he had no concerns about your activities from the very beginning. You're not from the same camp as us. You were sent down here by Nervulet, so you have no conflict of interest with Wriothesley. We're a completely different story, though. I'd like to know that, too. Why... Don't panic, just think everything over. I have to stay calm. This is not like what happened last time. The situation's different now.
To those that don't know, this has happened before to Lenny. Him and his twin have gotten separated like this before. And honestly, I'm not going to go into the full details because it is a horrible thing that happens in our world. And they decided to use themes of it in this part, in this area. And I'm not going to go into big detail of it. I will let you learn that for yourselves of what Lenny did. I believe he even mentions it previously in the story quest. So if he does, then yeah. Alright. He's just having to try and keep himself...
Wait, you're right. Wait, but that means... The fact that Fremine was able to leave the grounds, could Wriothesley have let him go as well?
What does he gain by letting Fremine leave?
So he's challenging me and trying... We never should have sent out Fremine. We had to go through all that trouble to find an opening to sneak him around the guards and into the pipe, and we even thought if Wriothesley let him leave on purpose, then he's probably in a terrible spot now as well.
Lenny's getting more and more panicked. We have to calm him to... Don't be like this, Lenny. Fremine wouldn't have left if we hadn't told you about Child. That was our fault.
No. I'm the leader of this operation, and I'm the one responsible for this team. I was the one who failed to protect them. I'll go talk to Wriothesley.
Hey, don't be reckless! Traveler, please, talk some sense into him.
I simply cannot allow Lynette to be abducted again. I have to go. I'll find a way to...
Crap. That's not good.
He's rushed out the door! After him!
Right. I feel like we still have some room to make changes on these details.
It's not impossible, but it'll require extensive testing.
Is that so? Very well. Then please be mindful of the time. Huh?
Is someone?
Pack everything up. Whoever's outside is eavesdropping. They'll probably come in once we stop. Someone! Please help!
Whoa, are you okay?
These two. As expected, what a delightful turn of events. I like smart people, but I also like playing dumb. I like the feeling of being trusted.
Oh gosh!
Oh my! What's wrong, little one? There's no need to panic. Take a deep breath before you begin. Being able to read human expressions is quite the useful skill. Lenny! Wait! It's no use. We have to catch up to him.
Come on. Come on, Razor.
He's already out of sight. How is he so fast? Let's go head him off at Risley's office.
How far down is the Duke's office? Is it that door over there? We're here.
Come out and face me, Risley!
Aren't we at an administrative office space? Why don't you at least try it?
What did you do to my sister?
I ran into the young miss at the infirmary. I'd heard that she was suffering from quite the migraine, so I decided to invite her over for a cup of tea. I do have...
Stop joking around! Where did you take my sibling?
I have also heard that your performances are quite the spectacle. Miss Lynette would sometimes enter a box filled with water, only to emerge the next second from another place altogether. Maybe she'll appear behind you right now if you were to turn your head.
Is he trying to trick me into turning my head? No, he's probably not looking to attack me right now. All of the hostages are in his hands, and he's even in the mood for small talk. That means Lynette is probably still alive. You knew we were investigating the infirmary from the start, so you deliberately aroused the Traveler's suspicions and baited us into continuing our investigation, just so that you'd be able to kidnap Lynette.
Ooh, his smarts.
As for Fremine, no, you probably didn't even interfere with Child's escape. You let him go, so you could purge the Fatui members that we had planted into your ranks.
There was no need to do so. The Fortress of Meripede is a pretty pleasant place. Most people enjoy their lives here. The only ones who act differently are those with personal agendas. It was quite easy to identify your colleagues.
You removed our original members and spread the news of Child's escape so Father would assign our team to come down and investigate. Fremine has also fallen into your hands, right? If you're oh so omnipotent and so in control, why would you need hostages?
One correction. Lynette is in my hands right now, but Fremine is not.
He's not? What do you really want?
Lenny!
Oh, wonderful. Everyone is here, so I'll only need to say this once. Thank you so much for cooperating. Eager and to the point, I see. Alas, only Miss Lynette is currently having a cup of the Fortress's finest tea. Although, as per your original plan, Mr. Fremine should also have returned to the Fortress by now. But he has neither shown up within my gates, nor has he...
Wait, you can't mean you locked him outside in the sea?
I closed the Fortress's gate to the outside world. That's all.
Fremine's a star diver, so he should be...
No, we're still here, so he definitely tried to find a way to come back for us. So we can't assume he might have made a break for the surface.
But why would I do this, you may be asking? To have an audience with you, of course. My intel tells me that Mr. Linney is a great magician, so it's only natural for me to want to have some cards of my own when it comes to negotiating. Besides, I do recall you mentioning to Miss Lynette that you've always wanted to have a face-to-face meeting with the Lord of the Fortress of Meripede, regardless of whether it was in a personal or a professional capacity. Well, you got your wish.
So, you've been keeping tabs on us before we even set foot in the fortress.
Some of my folks just happened to hear a thing or two, that's all. In any case, I will be straight with you. I was willing to play dumb and turn a blind eye, so we had a pleasant few days playing games together here. But once you started focusing on the Forbidden Zone, all of that changed. Mr. Linney, the cards are stacked against you right now. Miss Lynette is in my hands, and Mr. Fremine is still slowly being pickled out there in the brine. You know just as well as I that he cannot last out there forever. You need do but one thing to guarantee their safety. I would like you to contact your superior, and ideally invite her over for a cup of tea with me.
You want to see Father? But why should she bother giving you an audience?
Well, if she cares for the well-being of her dearest children, she should have plenty of motivation to join me for a parents' evening. I've heard that the bonds between the members of the House of the Hearth are like the bonds of family. I don't see why she would refuse.
Why did you think Father sent us to handle the Fortress of Meripede? This place is basically a no-man's land. It wouldn't be fitting for anyone as important as a Harbinger like Father to come here in person.
Oh, I see. So it's because she doesn't care for my place here. That's such a shame. After all, I've amassed quite the tea collection. I was looking forward to sharing it with her. Both Monsieur Neuvillette and Lady Farina have already received many samples as gifts.
Was this the extent of your master plan to get to Father? No matter how much pressure you may put on me, I won't allow you to use us to blackmail her.
You people really are difficult to get along with. All I'm asking for is a face-to-face conversation. Does she truly have no interest in the fortress's secret? Mr. Linney, you have one last chance to invite your father here. If you refuse...
Linny!
Instead of asking why I'm doing this, why don't you try to see things from my perspective for a second? From the very beginning, the Fatui has been actively infiltrating my fortress. I gave you a warning by cutting off the first few operatives I found, but that only caused you to double down. Had you given up on the fortress then and there, I'd have no reason to want to talk. Mr. Fremenet left the fortress on his own, and Miss Lynette tried to pry out my secrets right in front of me. No matter how you look at it, the responsibility for this falls on you.
I shouldn't ask Father to do anything because of us.
6, 5...
Wait,
2, 1. Time's up. It really is a shame, Mr. Linney.
Okay. I hate this guy as a character.
Negotiations have broken down. Please leave, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for my afternoon tea.
So that's...
Yeah, listen to the Traveler. If you can't talk to...
You do realize that I'm only letting you go because of Neuvillette, yes? But that doesn't mean you can just do whatever you want. The fortress may be small and remote, but it still has its own set of laws. Then how about this? Those who are capable deserve respect. You've spent quite some time investigating my home turf by now, so I'll ask you 3 questions. Answer all of question 1. Regarding the hidden rules of the production zone,
Alright. Okay. Dup. You actually have to, like, find them.
We often see Miss Sijuin observing the prisoners at... According to Collins, the Pancratian...
No.
The research note said that the Melusine race perceives the world very... I've been told that the infirmary is always empty. No. The Fonta promoter has been struggling because he doesn't... Fonta's internal reports suggest that they're starting a new trial of an unnamed...
No.
We often see Miss Sijuin observing the prisoner...
Okay.
The research note said that the Melusine race perceives the world very different.
Okay.
I've been told that the infirmary is...
Okay. So it's between
According
these
to
4.
Collins, the Pancratian tournament only took place because the... I've been told that the infirmary is always empty for the half hour just... Fonta's internal reports suggest that they're starting a new... The research note said that the Melusine...
There we go. This takes some picking at. But...
so that's what's going on. The hidden rule of the production zone. People are not At first we thought this strange meat must have something to do with the people. She often visits the production zone to observe the workers' health and makes a note of anyone who has worn themselves out after 3 full days of... Out of her sense of duty as the head nurse, as well as her genuine concern for the workers' health, Sigewinne visits the cafeteria. Sigewinne has only the best intentions with her surprise gift, and does... Unfortunately, Melusines as a race perceive the world differently from humans, and their sense of aesthetics is even more alien to us. The recipients of her lovingly prepared special meals cannot taste the care within and usually just... Are we on the right track?
Not bad. You've uncovered Sigewinne's secret and even guessed her intentions correctly as well.
Aww.
It's nice to know that her efforts have not gone unacknowledged. All right, now for my next... There are also some hidden rules in the pancreation ring.
Alright. Okay, so...
According to Collins, the pancreation... The Fonta promoter has been struggling because he doesn't recognize the real value... Fonta's internal reports suggest that they're starting a new... Fonta's internal reports suggest...
Honestly, that's both. Who sent it?
The Fonta promoter has been struggling because he doesn't
Probably him.
According to Collins, the
Okay, so I'm wrong on those two.
According to Collins, the pancreas... The Fonta promoter has been struggling.
Alright.
The research note said that the Melusine race perceives the world... We often see Miss Sigewinne observing... I've been told that the infirmary is always empty.
No. Okay.
We often see Miss Sigewinne observing...
Oh, okay.
The
It's gotta
Fonta
be
promoter
this
has
one
been
then.
struggling.
Boom. Okay. Oh.
Paimon gets this rule too now, so there really was nothing to be afraid of. That hidden rule of the pancreation ring is about how people get scared when they see it because they've but really, it's just a bottle of the latest yet a blood-red drink. It's no wonder even Fonta's own staff were quick. The company, facing backlash from its own staff, decided to try to trial the product, and they came to the fortress of Meropide and offered to sponsor the pancreation tournament so they could push their new product. The Duke, knowing how valuable coupons are in the fortress, knew that only total idiots who didn't understand, so only those who proved their stupidity by being dumb enough to bet on 2 opposing sides.
I acknowledge the effort you've put into bringing the truth of this mystery to light. Although, based on your description, that Fonta promoter is a bit too careless with his words. I may just reconsider my collaboration with the company. All right, and here's the final question. What's the secret behind our head nurse and all of her patients in the infirmary?
Stop your cruel and pointless games, Risley! You know that we haven't finished our investigation, so there's no way we can answer the last question. The thought is, you'll pay for this.
Uh-oh, incoming!
Lenny, are you alright?
Oh, close one. I owe you, Sigewinne. That was a...
It was nothing, Your Grace.
A sniper
Though
shot!
this may look like a toy, it's actually fully
Sigewinne...
Not at all. I am merely a resident of the fortress, and thus protecting it is my duty. When Monsieur Nervulette asked me to come here, he told me that my job would be to take care of the well-being of everyone here. I am merely discharging my duties. But if you mean what you just said, then isn't Linny someone you should be looking after as well? Isn't he a resident here just like the rest of us? But I really am just doing what Monsieur Nervulette told me to do. Everything I did, I've done to protect them. Had I not, they would be in far more dire straits right now. His Grace knows it too, right? Your Grace? Mind proving my innocence to them?
My dear Sigewinne, whatever shall I do with you? Would it have killed you to just wait another minute or two?
Well, it's nearly time after all. The way you do things can be truly frustrating. What are you talking about?
Take me if you want.
How touching. Can you
Don't be like that, Your Grace.
All right, everyone, calm down. I'll go get a cup of tea. Miss Sigewinne, I leave Miss Lynette in your care.
You... What are you doing?
I believe I hear footsteps.
Some space, please.
Ah, Miss Clarande.
Lemonade.
What's going on? What is Clarande doing here?
Work.
I'm sorry about shooting you, Mr. Linney. The tranquilizing effect will begin to wear off soon. Please take it—
What happened to Fremine? Wasn't he diving just outside of the fortress? Why is he looking like...
A flushed face, an accelerated pulse. He must have consumed primordial seawater.
What did you say?
Please, make some space. I'll need to give Mr.
I'll talk to Clarande while you get Fremine to where he needs to be. Everything else can wait.
Primordial seawater. Does that mean his helmet?
How is he?
These symptoms are probably caused by an acute ingestion of a large amount of primordial seawater. Of course, it would be best if he stayed for further observation. Let's leave him here for now, and move him to the infirmary once he's recovered a bit more. Sorry. I am aware that the infirmary may not be your favorite place in the world.
Why would he ingest a large amount of primordial seawater after—
Please, look after Mr. Fremine for the moment. I'll go fetch some medicine and a respirator. Oh,
Where is she?
Oh, she just took a nap in an empty room after I tranquilized her. If my calculations are correct, she should also be waking...
Finally, relaxing. Good. So, my best guess for what happened to Fremine? His mask might have popped a leak or something. Or something bad happened out there. Something attacked him. And probably, if anything, who knows, it might have saved us.
What's that look on your face? I thought I made good time on the way back.
Oh, I'm just admiring your punctuality. Had you arrived just a few minutes later, Sigewinne may have been forced to shoot Mr. Linney again. How's the situation out there?
The water has changed. It's pretty much as expected. The concentration of primordial seawater has increased significantly. I was only out there a short time, so it wasn't too bad. But if one were to stay for any significant amount of time... Well, you can see how that boy's doing.
Where was he when you found him?
The abandoned zone at the end of the pipes. A good distance into the water.
Closer than I thought. He must have recognized it early on and tried...
Locking the door was necessary. I don't think we could have saved two.
Well, I did try to convince him that I had my reasons. Never seems...
It would probably work on Neuvillette. He has a knack for picking out who had good intentions.
It's a bad sign if you're having to plead your case to Neuvillette. Want some tea?
Not particularly. If you want to drink some that badly...
Fine, I'd like to get some tea. Want me to get...
Might as well then, I suppose. Actually, do you have a towel?
Linny, are you okay?
I'll be fine. They're all here now. Don't worry about me.
Are you sure? You don't look alright.
My hands and feet are still a bit weak, but that's probably just the residual effects of the tranquilizer shot.
I'm back, everyone.
Lenny! Oh, Traveler, Paimon, you're here too. Remine? Is he...
He'll be fine. But for now, please help me lift him up.
His breathing's beginning to slow down.
Give me a hand and help me get him to the...
Yeah, I'll take him from this side.
On it. Traveler, you seem pretty worried about him. Want to come... The Duke and Clarande are gone. They probably went to get some tea. The Duke will explain the truth in just a bit. Miss Clarande will need a break, since she only just returned from rescuing Fremine out of the sea.
Sorry. Apparently one of my friends actually has a friend's cousin who knows the Zhongli voice actor. Slash Hawkmoth. Because, in case you guys didn't know, he, oh, let me show you. Where the heck are you, Zhongli? Zhongli, Zhongli, Zhongli. There you are. Bop. Details. Your voice actors. We need to know your profile. Keith Silverstein. But if we also go to the internet and we type in Keith Silverstein, we can see what exactly does he voice act. He's got quite a few by the looks of it from... Oh, jeez. I am going to take a picture of this and show this to my friends. Copy. And I had caps on. Either way, he has done a lot of voice acting. And he does a really good voice for Zhongli. Alright. Let's keep going. But that's still pretty darn awesome. reaction was, oh gosh, that's a lot. But it's so funny. When you get a good laugh out of it, then you just go with it.
He's awake. Fremine, how do you feel?
Probably having to close airways.
Linny. Lynette.
We're all here.
Where
The infirmary at the Fortress of Meripede, Mr. How do you feel? Don't push yourself.
Traveler. Paimon. It's been so long. The sea. There's something wrong with the seawater.
Shh, it's okay. We can talk about it after you've recovered.
No, listen to me. This is really serious. There's primordial seawater mixed into the regular seawater. I don't know why it's there, but no one should touch it. Pipes. Right, the pipes. It's all coming back to me now.
We're about to experience what Fremine did. So... I have a very spirited group of writer friends that are amazing.
I'm in. Seems like this pipe hasn't been used in a long time. It looks abandoned. Where could Master Child be?
So, I honestly don't have Fremine. So, this will be my sort of test of getting to know him. Although one of my Reddit group friends has a lot of cryo characters.
This mechanism looks like it's been tampered with. Could he have done it?
Look at the amount of mist down there. Okay. And, okay. I'm starting to understand this. I'm not likely to run into any mobs, I don't think. But I'm gonna bet you. No blessed bleach! I knew it! Every single trial character in Genshin uses no blessed bleach. Don't believe me? Check it out yourself. You will find that it is very true.
It's getting stuck on something. Seems like I'll have to avoid those obstacles while I turn it.
Okay. If I lower that, I can glide down and figure out what the heck's going on here. Need to get up there. This one does nothing. Maybe I need to rotate it before I bring it up. I think that's what it's trying to tell me. And now we go back down and we raise it up. Raise. And bada bing, bada boom.
This is where the water starts. Okay. Master Child probably dived into the water. I'll go take a look as well.
Now, of course, Fontainians naturally have a bit of a power boost in the water. I've honestly never really dived with the Fontainians, so...
The vegetation here is a bit more sparse. These traces aren't natural. A person must have left them, and recently. I should be going in the right direction. There are traces here too. I need to keep going. Huh? The traces are gone. But I don't see where he could have gone from here. Wait. What the... My heart is racing, and it's getting harder and harder to breathe. What's going on? No good. I have to get back. They still don't know anything about what's going on. If I turn back right now, I should still be able to make it.
Go. Okay. Got it. I have to get out of here. Now. Before I run out of HP.
I can't die here. I have to push on.
Probably when his HP at 0.
So, in other words, the trail you were following vanished, and you had no idea where Master Child could have gone. But there was also no obvious place for him to have disappeared to.
That's right. I tried my best to swim back, but I had already put some distance between myself and the fortress, and I just couldn't find the strength to keep going. I probably passed out some time after that, and you know the rest.
Miss Clarande brought you back, but we also don't know why she just suddenly appeared at the fortress, or why she went out to save you.
Miss Clarande, you say? I must go thank her in person.
You're still too weak for Monet. You can go after you've had some more rest.
Miss Lynette is right. I believe Miss Clarande will stay here as a guest for another few days, so there's no need to hurry.
A guest? Then I can assume Risley was the one who invited her to come down here?
You should ask His Grace about that. He'll be able to explain better. Yeah, it's about time he actually told us what's going on. What?
No, please go on without me. I don't want to leave just yet.
Lenny.
The logical part of my brain is aware that we're safe right now, but I still can't bring myself to leave.
Understood.
In that case, I'll leave the infirmary to you. The Traveler and I are going to head out for now.
Thank you.
Alright. I am going to real quickly split the episode as how long have we been going? An hour 30! These are gonna be fun to upload. See you all next time!